you doing? I'm just getting some sticks for the den that got trashed. We've had some crazy weather over the last few days. We had 3 days of solid rain. It was a whole bucket full of rain that's fallen. My bucket was outside. My house was completely full, and because of that, I'm seeing all of this pathway here. It wasn't a pathway. It's actually a waterfall. It's been so much rain. It's amazing. And because of that, have the plants and trees loved it or what? It's amazing the difference. There's loads of insects buzzing around. There's loads of ants scurrying around. Oh, all the plants have just gone, no, let it drink. It's been fantastic. So, this is our den, do you remember? And it got trashed in the big storm from a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just trying to get some more sticks together to repair it, because it's such an amazing look at. I mean, look at the view. Oh, isn't it beautiful? What an amazing place we live in. I'm so lucky. Now, so I've just brought these sticks on. I'm not going to build the den today because I've got so many other important things to talk to you about. And some things that I've found that you might not have ever seen before. So, I'm going to show you them. But first, like with any adventure, I need my adventure stick, because we're going to go down to where I've just come up from, and we are going to see this amazing fern. Come with me. Now make sure you're being careful. Hey Oscar, how are you? Hi Min, how you doing? Hey Laura, hey Frankie, how are you? Are you good? Hey Castle Hill. Hey Bella Vista. Come with me down through here. Don't bung your heads on the big branch, okay? Now look. Look at all the scribbly gum on here. All the scribbles on this gum. Isn't it beautiful? It's amazing. They're climbing along. All the little grubs inside here. And we've got loads of little ants as well. And they're all looking for food. So these guys, the teeny tiny ants. Now, all my friends in Cornwall, my wild kids in Cornwall, they only see ants kind of this size, but they see red ones, yellow ones and black ones. And these ones are red and black, which is interesting. There's loads of them all up here, all going to the top of the tree looking for something to eat. They find a way. There's hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. There's so many different animals that can live on just one tree. It's absolutely amazing. Now, having a look down here, oh, there's a big old mushroom. It's been turfed over. And this is a really good time of year in Australia to see mushrooms in winter. You get to see more of them. That one's a little bit beaten up. Now I'm only touching it with a stick because sometimes mushrooms can be very, very poisonous. So I'm just looking at that one with a stick, and that's been like rooted up by something. But it means there could be more mushrooms around here, so we can keep our eyes peeled and see if we can find any. Let's have a look over here, see what we've got. So we've got, look at this. This is I think they're called sugar ants. Let's see if I can get him out. He's seen me coming. He's like, oh, I don't want to be on a Wildkids Australia show. Now look at him. He's got his abdomen is beautiful. It's like a beautiful golden colour. Let's try and coax him out. It's Bartram. Bartram, the honey ant. Hi Bartram. How are you? Are you good? Look at you. Now don't be shy. They are the most beautiful colours. I'll try and get him to go up there. There we go. Try and get him on my finger. These ones won't bite me. So let's see if I can get him up here. I don't think I can. He's not playing game. Come on. You want to go on? You're going to go on. Let's go. Come on. Come on then. Let's go. No, doesn't want. See, he's little. He hasn't got very good eyesight, but he's got these antennae. that he can feel and he can taste the air and the things going on around him. And as soon as he touches something, he's like going, oh, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way and be away from the danger. So, over here, come and have a look at this. This is amazing. Come and look at this. Look at this guy here. Ugh. Now this is actually a fern. You know the big frondy things that you see waving around, and you see the great big trees and things like that, especially in Australia. But this is a skeleton key fern. And it's amazing. I never realised what it was, and I took a picture of it, and then I opened up my flower book and I could see what it is. And look, there's a normal kind of fern. There's a fishbone fern right there. So actually, they're cousins. These are actually cousins. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that beautiful? And how it found a way to grow out of underneath here, underneath this rock, who knows? It's absolutely fascinating. And these, why do you think they're called fishbone ferns? Why do you think? Because it looks like the bones of a fish. If you took all the flesh of a fish, that's what it looks like. Which is really quite amazing. They're a beautiful thing, and there's so many different varieties. And if you're looking closely, you can see that it's just starting to make its little spores, which means it's going to allow its seeds to blow out into the wind and spread its beautiful leaves everywhere else. Oh look, there's some more down here. There's some more ants down here, look. See, he's scurrying away. Oh, he's scared of my shadow. Oh. Now all these leaves down here, as you know, like are a really good roof to protect the all the bugs and things that live underneath. But you can see it's still quite moist, and there's funguses all in here as well, and it's all really important parts of the way that nature works in this harsh environment. Just look at that, all that composting. Now, has any of you guys done composting? Yeah? Did you do the composting? Because this is basically what this is happening here right now. This is nature doing composting, just naturally. It takes a little bit longer than we do it in our bins in our gardens, but this is exactly the same process as what goes on in our gardens. And you see it's all rotting down, and all that nutrients is getting broken down by the funguses that break it all down, and all that nutrients is going to wash down here and give nutrients to this branch and this broom here, and also all these trees down here. But you've got this great big waterfall. Oh, hello, look. That's Joshua. Joshua the honey ant. There you go. He's looking around. Isn't he beautiful? There we go. I'll have to keep turning over. He's very fast. He's camera shy too. There we go. Isn't he beautiful? Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to put him back. Oh, there you go. Oh, this goes down there. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we are going to go back up to our base camp, and we are going to have a look along the path, because we've got some lesser spotted humans here who are having a spot of lunch, and we don't want to disturb them because they can get easily spooked. So we have to be very careful and very quiet so we don't disturb them, because I might get eaten. See, look here, look at this Baronia here. Isn't this beautiful? Let's have a look at this guy. It's just about to bud. See, you've got the really, really tiny buds here. That's a flower being made inside here. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until it gets to here, and you can just see the outlines of the petals. And in a day or two, all of a sudden, it's going to explode open like a firework. And talking of fireworks, we're going to go and find some wattle, because wattle's a really, really good example of when the seasons are starting to change, and we're just going into spring, and then we can we get that really nice sense of seasons are changing. It's going to get a bit warmer. It's going to be absolutely glorious. Well, it's always glorious It's always sunny in Australia. Now, when I was at home the other day, and we were talking to some of my friends online, we were talking about how to make different things from crafts. And I thought of a really, really good one with some of the leaves that I have in my garden, because I've got different leaves in my garden. So in here I've got amber gums, and those beautiful colours there, and that's a deciduous leaf, and see those there. And then we've got this plant here with its toothed edge. Let's have a look here. There. And what else have we got in here? We've got, on the floor here, we've got Banksia leaves, and they're lots of different colours. And we've also got gum leaves. Now, there's so many things you can do with all of these beautiful things in nature. We don't have to buy everything when we're doing art. We can actually create something really special and really fun with the things that we can find on the floor. Now, look at these guys. Look at those little nuts there. They're actually just the fruit of a tree. And I found them at the base of this tree in my garden. And I'm not going to eat them. And the birds certainly aren't going to eat them. So they were just there, and they're just going to break down and maybe grow some other trees, and sometimes not. But I had a brilliant idea. I thought, why not make a pair of trousers with them? So all I've done is I've been to the art shop, and I've got a little figurine, just a card cut out figurine, and I've put some seeds on it to make a pair of trousers or a pair of shorts, and I've used some of the leaves to make a really nice shirt. Very stylish. It's very new, very in this year, green. It's very in the countryside, and I just use a little bit of sisal string just to give the little person some hair. And you can make that. You could put a face on it. I'm not very good at faces, so I basically have just left it blank. You can decide what kind of face you want there. You could have a happy face, you could have a grumpy face, you could have a thinking face, you could have an ugly face like mine, couldn't you? I'm fishing for compliments here. You know, feel free to say, no Trevor, you're lovely. Huh? That's right, yes, thank you very much, yes. So what you can do is you can stand these guys up. Just like that. There you go. Voila. Also, in the art shop, I found these, and these are brilliant. And they're these little figurine sticks. Now, I could stick a few things together, but for time, I thought I'd show you something else. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our little figurine. I'm going to stick it in the ground like that. Just like that. And then I am going to... Oh, there it is. Get some string. Remember, we recycled the jar, the Marmite jar, and we put some string inside it. So I'm going to cut this string. This time I bought scissors, and there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up some of these leaves just on the ground. You can find these anywhere. You could go in the woods, you can be in your garden, you can find any of these leaves anywhere you want. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these together like this. We're going to put them together like this, get the string, and I'm going to wrap it round. As simple as that. Obviously you can do it a bit longer, and all of a sudden we've got a little bit of a skirt going on, a little bit of a hula going on. So, don't fall over. So it's as simple as that, and then you can get a grown-up to make a little tie in a knot in the back. Just like this. I'm doing it very, very quickly, just so that you can just see how easy it can be done. And you don't have to use glue. We're trying not to use anything else. Now, let's have a look over here. Because here's some I made earlier. So I've just got some of the leaves. I've just wrapped them around. We've got a little ant on there as well, just having a little look. A little bit of sisal. And then we can just stick them in the ground like that. Ta-da! forest people. We can use them as forest people. And then you can have the leader of the forest people with a beautiful crown. Look at that. And all we're doing is just wrapping it round and just wrapping it round at the top. And you've got the most fantastic little crown you can have there. Also, one of the best things that I didn't think of, this is what Rachel thought of because she's super clever, is actually using a great big leaf at the back and then putting a string and a loop around it. And then what you can do is you can decorate your tree in your garden and you can have all these fairies, forest fairies in your garden. Or if you're from the Wildkids in Cornwall, you can use them as Cornish pixies. Eh? They're absolute cheeky rascals. You know what they're like. So you can hang these on your tree and you can decorate them however you like. You can make things and add to the beautiful nature that's around us. You can do anything you like, as long as you don't leave litter, because litter bugs we don't like, we don't appreciate. So, what I found around the back here, if you come with me, I'm just going to pick these guys up, because you can make a little scene. And if you come around here, one of my beautiful little spots, because it's always in the shade, you've got all this beautiful moss. And this could be like a little glady shade for all the forest people. And you can stick these in the ground and you can have your little forest family sticking in the ground like that. What a great little thing, huh? What do you reckon? Is that a good idea? And you don't have to use the forest floor. You could just make it on some AstroTurf. You could make it on anything you like, but just using the natural products, and then you can just colour in the faces. How good is that, eh? Isn't that wonderful? So, what we're going to do is we're going to go for a walk and go and see some of the beautiful flowers that are coming through at this time of year. So, if you stand on the edge here and you look down, it's really hard to see. Oh, where's my stick? Who's got my stick? Who's got... Thanks, guys. Hang on.
What's she sharing from?
It's alright, I'm just speaking to the chickpeas. So, got me adventure stick? Ha ha! And then we're going over this way to have a look at the edge of the cliff. It is super dangerous. I'm risking my life for nature. Risking everything just so you little people can laugh at me. No, not laugh at me. Go, oh, Trevor, you're amazing. You're so brave at going along the cliff. I'm like, yes, I am, kids. What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no? That is not nice. We're going to fall out. We are falling out. Yeah, that's it. I know where you live. I'll tell my mum of you. Right then, look at all. We've barely walked anyway, but look here. Because of all the rain that's washed down, it's not all fallen off the cliff. Now, all these plants down here, all these mosses and lichens are actually holding on to this water like a sponge. And that sponge is also helping the roots of the trees all around here, because that means that they can get a drink, because this is just rock. It's just a bit of rock. So there's very little nutrients on it. But here, look, you can see under here that even the moss is starting to grow its own little flowers, and you can see all the tiny little water droplets on it. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? It's really squidgy, really wet. You can see all the water coming out of it. Look at that. Isn't that great? That's really cool. So, let's get going around here. So you've got your common heath here. This beautiful. There's loads of different colours. They haven't decided to choose an individual name for it. And there's pink ones, there's white ones, lots of different colours that actually all come under the same species of plant. And you've got the beautiful Banksias now. See, they're going over now a little bit. They're not as bright orange as they were before. That means they've done their job. They've pollinated. And now they're going to start growing the seeds. So, let's keep going up here. Now holding on here, look. We've had a little bit of an issue. This poor old Banksia's been knocked over and died in the storms, I expect. But there's this little Baronia in here. Still, everything's trying to do its little bit. Trying to grow. It's a big, fierce competition. It's really, really tough competition for all these things to be growing down here. And then, if you look out, it looks like broccoli, doesn't it? And that's the whole of the upper canopy of the whole forest. Underneath, there's all the gaps and all the trees and all the bark and all the bushes and everything like that. But right on the top is all leaves, all pointing in the direction of the beautiful sun to create all the energy they need for their food to grow that bit bigger and bit bigger. That's why it's good to be outside. Okay, now. Let's go around there. It was a little bit tough terrain around there, so let's go this way and see what we can see. Now this gum tree hasn't got to go up too high because it's already at the top of a hill, and it's just starting to make its flowers here. Look. These are the buds for the flower of this eucalypt, this scribbly gum, and they're going to turn into flowers really soon. And inside these little waxy casings are the flowers of the scribbly gum. Look at that beautiful colour there. That would be an amazing outfit for the forest people, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that! Isn't that glorious? What beautiful colours! Oops, not one off, but that's okay. So let's go over here and see what other beautiful things we can find. Oh wow, bits more of the Baronia. Now you see, in the spring and in the winter months, but in the springtime mainly, you get a lot of yellow flowers. And the reason, I can't remember if I've told you this, I think I've told you this before because I tell people everything, I repeat myself. Yellow is a bee's favourite colour. And also they smell, look at that honeybee there. Oh look, see, he's going from flower to flower. He's going to stick his little nose and tongue all the way down into the bottom of the flower and get a little bit of nectar off each one. The crazy thing is we see a great big jar of honey, and a bee in its whole lifetime makes about a teaspoon. That's about as much as they make. And he'll be busy. That's why there's always so many flowers around for all the bees. It's so important that we look after the bees. So vital to everything in the world. Because if we didn't have bees and pollinating insects, we wouldn't have flowers. And we wouldn't have fruit. And guess what happens then, folks? We don't eat anything. And then everybody's in trouble. So that's why we've got to look after the bees and the butterflies and try not to use any chemical insecticides in our gardens. There's plenty of other alternatives. We're going to talk about that as well. And I'm going to put them on my Pinterest page, Wildkids Australia on Pinterest, or on my YouTube channel, Wildkids Australia on YouTube. I'm everywhere! Hey Abby Perry, if I didn't say hello earlier. Now, and hey Maxie, I haven't spoken to you for ages, or Lara, hi. So, let's have a look here. Oh look, and there's some she oak here. Look at this, isn't this lovely? This beautiful young tree here, so you can really get close to look at these amazing, these tiny little spiky bits. These are just leaves. Just leaves, and they curl around and curl around and curl around. because that means that they don't lose too much moisture into the atmosphere, so they can really hold on to water, because water's a very rare commodity in Australia. So that's why we've got these curly leaves, or small leaves as well. Right then, now I'm going to have a look up here. Are you feeling brave and you want to come for this adventure up these rocks? No? What do you mean no? Have I got to do it myself? To see if there's anything up there, to see if there's anything exciting? Shall I have a quick look? Okay, wait there. See, if you'd have followed me, you'd just seen a lizard, but you missed it. Ha ha ha! I saw a skink and you didn't. Okay, here we are. I'm going to help my camera. There we are. Now, let's see if I can see it, because there's this Banksia here that's got this beautiful little purple butterfly on it that's flittering around. And down here, let's see. Let's have a look. It just went in here, so this is all falling apart. Let's see if I can find anything, because it just went in this way. It dived in just as I jumped up. It dived in to get away from me. I don't blame him. I have that effect on people too, you know. So, let's have a look. See if there's anything in here we can see. Anything exciting. Well, there's a few ants, there's a few little jumping beetles, but no lizard. He's moving really fast now, I imagine. But you can see under here, it's still really moist from the rain we've had. But on top, the leaves have acted like a roof, and this is a really good example. See how dry it is here and how moist it is underneath, and the leaves help insulate this moisture, which really helps the bugs, because the bugs can dry out in this beautiful sunshine that we have is very, very strong, and that can dry out and can really hurt the insects. So, okay, let's have a look here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these leaves back like this, to make sure it's all covered over and insulated again, so all the insects that are in there that are hiding away are now all nice and safe and secure, which is brilliant. Right, well, my beautiful people.
Donna says hi from all the kids at Bella Vista.
Hi Donna. Hi Bella Vista gang, how are you? I did say hello earlier, so if you missed me at the beginning, watch it back on YouTube or watch it back on this one, because I always put it back up live. Put it back up live, that doesn't make any sense. The recordings I always put up as well, live recordings. So you can watch me again if you want to. If you want to torture yourselves anymore by looking at... Thanks, appreciate it. So, I'm going to go up here and have a bit more of an explore, and that means it's time for us to go. So, I always say it, hang in there. You Victorian wild kids, hang in there. You're doing amazing work, all you educators, in these really, really difficult times, and you should be incredibly proud of the work you're doing. So many parents are relying on you guys for all the selfless things that you do. You are actually amazing, and some of the managers I've been speaking to over the past week or so, you've been amazing. You've done a really brilliant job in the face of some real adversity. So big thumbs up, big Wildkids thumbs up for you guys, and all you kids for behaving and being wonderful little people that you are. But I'm going to carry on my walk. So find some leaves in your garden, get a bit of string, wrap it around a stick, and you've got an outfit. Very de rigueur at the moment. So send me your pictures, and I think we might have to do a thing where I'll to do a competition. We'll have to work it out what we're doing, but I'll have a word with your centre managers and your parents and mums and dads, and we'll have a competition. So who can make the best forest person? And we'll work out a prize or something like that as a thing later on. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe it's I do 1 visit to your centre when I'm allowed. Second prize could be 2 visits to your centre when I'm allowed. Something like that. Or a personal visit for me to talk the hind legs of a donkey! Until next time, I'll see you later. I love you lots. Take care, everybody. Bye! Bye!